I'd never been to Scafell Crag before, so it was pretty cool to actually get up there and see it. The line stands out, like, pretty obviously from pretty far below it.
So Charlie, are you ready?
Is it a bedtime story?
No. The guide says, the most arduous ascent in the Lake District, unexampled exposure, combined tactics and rope engineering are essential at one point, not less than 3 climbers. The ascent of this buttress, the final problem presented by the great facade of Scafell, was made for the first time in April 1914. It has as yet been repeated on only 2 occasions, and the most difficulties met were with so great that the expedition ranks among the world's hardest, and it is possible only under practically perfect conditions. That was in 1924 from the FRCC Scafell Guide.
That was the last time they had perfect conditions here.
It was first climbed in 1914 by a fella called Siegfried Herford. He's a bit of a rising star of the day. Yeah, they said it was unclimbable, the central buttress of Scafell, and he proved them wrong. First impressions were obviously, as I was slotting wires in and enjoying my sticky rubber and so on, pretty impressed that Siggy could have, been up there doing the honours back in the day with a hemp rope tied around his waist. I think this big cam is not big enough. It kind of felt appropriate in the end to do it without the big cam, because that was sort of more akin to how he would have done it back in the day. Awesome. Respect to the old dude. Not that he was that old. Oh, great. Cool. Brilliant. Thrutchy. He got drafted off into the First World War not long after the ascent, and his life was cut short. He was a casualty of war. I think he was killed in a grenade blast. A sad end to, well, obviously not just to him, but to a whole generation of young guys. But from a climbing point of view, it's like one of the greatest, or potentially one of the greatest stars that Britain could have had was taken away. Now that I've been up to the crag and done the route and found out about Siegfried and his achievements and his position in climbing history and what he achieved at a specific time in the context of not just British climbing but also to the First World War and so on, it's really quite extraordinary, like who he was and what he could have been. Just in that short period of time, what he achieved on Central Buttress speaks for itself, which is why we're talking about him now.